This season is fucking stacked, and I've run out of ideas for my videos, so here, have my 5 must-watch animes this season. And no, I won't be including Attack on Titan on this one as it's already popular enough. I'll be telling you guys about 3 new series and 2 sequels that I've liked, and some honorable mentions. And just so we're clear, this list isn't really arranged in any rank, and more so just a list of shows that I recommend you guys to check out this season. Let's start off with some sequels. The first one on the list is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2. If you haven't heard of this series, you probably live under a rock. It is one of the most popular isekais and it's fun to watch, it's well paced, animation is great, they really improved their quality animation wise, the story is fun and interesting, music fits the themes and scenes, nothing really bad about it. And yeah, it's just a very solid anime. One that's really good for new and old timers alike. Next up is Eurocamp. I would have loved to put Beastars in here, but as it's only getting started and the themes might not be suited for everyone, but it's still a fantastic show nonetheless, one of the best, it's not really something I would recommend to everyone. And here is Eurocamp, a show that's so chill, you feel the chill and you vibe with it. It's just cute anime girls camping, with some fantastic and comfy beats that just really helps you get into the mood. And yeah, the animation, voice acting, and story are just like that. Comfy. Don't expect to be really blown away by this show, just expect a chill, fun time while watching. Now on to the new shows. First up is Jobless Isekai, a very promising show. Probably some of the best animation this season, and it's from a new studio. The light novel for the series is considered to be one of the pioneers in the genre, and damn does it show with the setup and characters. It has an interesting protagonist with a neat nerd shut-in, and he died from getting run over by a truck, only to be reincarnated with all of his memories, including memories of him getting bullied and then some. A really good setup, honestly, something we don't normally see from other isekais, and I think it's a really great element of the story. We get to see him get over his past traumas and actually develop. Damn, Sugita, the voice actor for Rudy, is such a fucking legend, guys. His fucking voice, it's majestic. It has a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to seeing how high it can go. I'm just itching to see how it will end up because everything has been perfect so far. The music is very fitting, animation is drop dead gorgeous, character designs are great, voice acting is perfect. I was doubting this show at first, treating it as a guilty pleasure kind of show. Something that's not gonna be mind-blowing, but it's something I'm gonna like watching. But as the episodes went on, this show is proving like it's gonna be something great. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how it goes. Next up is Horimiya, the romance show of the season, and when I watched the first 2 episodes, I already fell in love with it. I'm a real sucker for romance, and this was just so gosh darn sweet. Not that much drama, no 3D chess happening, no big love triangles yet, just wholesome, cute, heartwarming teenage relationship between a gloomy looking guy, but is actually a fucking hottie and oh my god, and the cute, studious, smart girl that's a little violent. Just a little bit. Just a little bit violent. And because of it, I ended up reading the manga and ended up loving it even more. I read the entire thing overnight, something I rarely do, and yeah, I just love it. Anyway, continuing on, the animation has been fantastic. Voice acting has been amazing, music was good, OP was pretty much a bop. The characters are lovely, and yeah, if you have a romance itch waiting to be scratched, Horimiya is the show for you. Next up is Kemono Jihen, a rather intriguing show that really piqued my interest. I'm not really a fan of these types of yokai inspired shows, but with a first episode that leaves you begging for more, a cast that has rather interesting interactions and pretty good chemistry, great pacing, non-static characters, and an art style that is very pleasant to the eyes, fight scene animation that is very satisfying, a rather unique OP and OST but bops nonetheless, it is very hard not to be roused to watch this show. But with that said, there are some problems with it. The main character, Kabane, is practically immortal, making the doesn't die thing bring down the stakes a little bit. But they play around this a lot with the possibility of him getting sealed, and it creates some elements of danger. But overall, I think it does well with this factor of the story, with most of the problems with an unkillable MC not really present, at least for now. But so far, it really is a great show. Probably my most recommended show for this season. But this is only from seeing what the first 4 episodes have to offer. But until then, you guys should go try it out. Now for some of my honorable mentions. Like I mentioned earlier, Beastars is pretty much a must-watch if you want something mature. And speaking of mature, there is Wonder Egg Priority, a very surreal feeling show, one that you shouldn't watch unless you're in the proper headspace for a serious psychological experience. Next up is Dr. Stone, a fun shonen series that's continuing the story from where they left off before the Stone Wars, and it's been a good breather for other shows of the season, and just a really solid pick. Lastly, Log Horizon. It's been a couple years since the last season, and I've wanted to recommend this show to anyone interested in an isekai game world where we get to see some economics, world building, and politics happening. I have no idea if this season will remind me of how I felt when I first watched it, or would it disappoint me like it did with the second season. But here's to hoping it pops off. Anyway, that's my list for the must-watch animes this season. I hope you guys try some of these shows out. Until then, see you guys next time.